Welcome to Excellent Bible Study. This channel is a safe space for deepening our understanding of God's Word and strengthening our faith through prayer. God bless you. In life, we all face moments of hardship and uncertainty. Whether it's a personal loss, a health crisis, financial struggles, or emotional turmoil, difficult times are an inevitable part of the human experience. During such moments, we may feel overwhelmed, lost, and unable to cope with the weight of our circumstances. But, as Christians, we have a powerful source of strength that can help us navigate even the most challenging seasons of life: God's Word. The Bible is full of verses that offer comfort, encouragement, and hope, reminding us that we are never alone and that God's presence is with us through every trial. Today, we're going to explore the 5 best Bible verses for strength in hard times. Verses that can help lift your spirit, renew your faith, and remind you that God is always there, ready to empower you with the strength you need. The first verse that stands out when seeking strength during tough times is Isaiah 41 verse 10. This verse is a beautiful reminder of God's promise to be with us through every storm. It says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." These words are a powerful reassurance that no matter what we face, God is right beside us. In moments of fear and anxiety, we can take comfort in knowing that God has not abandoned us. He promises to strengthen us, help us, and uphold us, lifting us from the depths of despair. When we feel weak and incapable, this verse encourages us to lean on God's strength and trust that He will carry us through. Another verse that brings incredible comfort and strength is Philippians 4 verse 13. "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This verse is a powerful declaration of God's empowering presence in our lives. It reminds us that, no matter how difficult our circumstances, we are not limited by our own strength. With Christ, we have access to a strength that surpasses our own limitations. Whether we are facing a personal crisis, a challenge at work, or any obstacle that seems insurmountable, we can find the strength to overcome it through Christ. This verse invites us to rely on God's supernatural power, recognizing that it is His strength that will carry us through, not our own. Another powerful verse for strength in hard times comes from Psalm 46 verse 1, which says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." This verse is a reminder that God is our safe place, our refuge, in times of distress. When life feels overwhelming and we are unsure of where to turn, we can run to God, who is always ready to provide refuge, protection, and strength. He is our constant help, present with us in every moment of trouble. This verse is a call to turn to God, to trust in His strength, and to seek shelter in His presence. No matter the size of the storm we're facing, God is a reliable source of strength, always ready to support us. One of the most beautiful verses about strength during hard times is found in 2 Corinthians 12 verses 9 to 10. The Apostle Paul writes, "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong." These verses offer a profound perspective on weakness and strength. Paul shares a personal revelation. In our weakest moments, God's power is most evident. This verse challenges our human instincts, which often want to avoid pain and weakness, and invites us to see that it is through our vulnerability that God's strength is most clearly displayed. Rather than being discouraged by our weaknesses or struggles, we can view them as opportunities for God's power to shine through. When we acknowledge our limitations, we make room for God's strength to work in and through us, transforming our weakness into a testimony of His grace and power. Lastly, another verse that offers deep strength during difficult times is found in Romans 8 verse 28. It says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." In moments of hardship, it can be hard to see the bigger picture. We may wonder how God could possibly bring good out of our pain or suffering. But this verse is a reminder that God is always at work, even when we can't see it. No matter the difficulties we face, God promises that He is working all things together for our good. This doesn't mean that every situation will be easy or painless, but it does mean that God will use every challenge for His purpose and ultimately for our benefit. This verse encourages us to trust in God's sovereignty. Even when things seem out of control, we can find strength in knowing that our pain is not in vain, and that God is using it to shape us and fulfill His perfect plan. In conclusion, when we face hard times, it can be easy to feel weak, discouraged, and isolated. However, God's Word offers us a constant source of strength, reminding us that we are never alone. The Bible is full of promises that assure us of God's presence, power, and faithfulness. Isaiah 41 verse 10 reassures us that God is with us and will strengthen us. Philippians 4 verse 13 reminds us that we can do all things through Christ's strength. Psalm 46 verse 1 promises that God is our refuge and help in times of trouble. 2 Corinthians 12 verses 9 to 10 reveals that our weaknesses are opportunities for God's power to shine. Finally, Romans 8 verse 28 reassures us that God is working all things for our good. When we stand on these verses, we can face any challenge with the confidence that God's strength will carry us through. So, no matter what you're going through, take heart. God's Word is a powerful tool for finding the strength you need to persevere, and He is always there, ready to help you overcome any obstacle. Whether you're a seasoned believer or just starting your spiritual journey, you'll find uplifting content, insightful Bible studies, and heartfelt prayers that can inspire and guide you in your daily life. Join our community as we explore the Scriptures together, share testimonies, and support one another in prayer. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. Let's grow closer to God and to each other. Welcome aboard, and may your heart be filled with peace and joy. Feel free to leave comments, share your thoughts, and let us know how we can pray for you. Thanks for listening. Remain blessed.